Hello and welcome to Destiny Digits. This is the Soul Urge reading for number 22. So if you're watching this, you know that you are motivated by the energy of 22, and that is the Master Builder. I just did the 11 video, and something that I did not say is that, master number, so 11 represents the vision. That's what master number 11 is. It's about seeing and being, those are the visionaries. Now, number 22, that's when you combine the vision with the action. Because it's 22, you're the master builder. What you create and establish in this lifetime, it will be here for many, generations to come. And so you are an achiever, a top performer. You are powerful. You are powerful. And so 22s, you just have an energy that's not always, easy to carry. But that is the journey. All right, so let's take a look at your first 3 oracle cards. So first card we have is New Beginnings. New Beginnings. Bottom of the deck is Thriving. Okay, 22s, this is already a very good reading. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we have New Beginnings. And so, is this a surprise to you? Obviously, this is where you are in life, right? We're in the aces. So we're in the pentacles, the ace of pentacles. We're in the ace of cups. What does this new beginnings mean for you? Ace of swords. What is it? Ace of wands. Is this a new idea, a new passion? Is this a new job, a new love? Whatever it is, it's something that you can count on as being a big part of what comes next. This is almost like a turning point. We have embracing. And so I feel like Spirit is saying you are here, right? You are about to cross over this threshold into this new experience. Spirit is saying you need to be in the energy of embracing. And embracing is fluid and it's consistent, it's constant. Being in that energy means that you are willing to take all, not just the good, the warm, the fuzzy, but you're willing to take the uncomfortable, the unknown, the challenging, the exhausting. You're willing to take all the experiences that are to come with this new beginning, right? Now, under embracing, we also have forgiveness. All right, so I'll just say this. We have new beginnings, embracing, and forgiveness. So there could have been a connection that you were involved in, and maybe it did end. But now through forgiveness and through embracing forgiveness and allowing forgiveness to do what it does, this connection has been revived and a new beginning is here in the present. If that's not the story, I feel like it is through you forgiving another or receiving and asking for forgiveness that you have been able to embrace a new beginning and a next story. So use the one that fits, but we'll play with both. At the bottom of here we go. Look at this. At the bottom of the deck, we have conflict. Okay. All right. Okay. And so next to new beginnings, we have life purpose. And as a 22, you're a builder, right? And so your purpose in life is to continue to create, is to build, right? And so that's a lot of new beginnings because every project is a new start. It is a new build. And your life purpose is to start over. It is to, well, not start over, but it is to plant new seeds, right? And to harvest again and again. It seems kind of cyclical, but I just feel like Spirit says that, life is consistent with endings and beginnings, and they are all necessary. But specifically for you, this is relative to your life as a 22. Um, you are a leader. And so leaders lead because they have a collection of experiences and wisdom. And so they have a collection of things because they've done a lot of things. They've ended things and gone to another, ended this and gone to that. But in doing that, they've collected wisdom. And so, in you being a leader, I feel like endings and beginnings are just a part of your journey. They're a part of your life purpose because they allow you to acquire what you need to know in order to be you, to do you, and to live in the energy that you possess. It took me a long time to say that. Sorry. Okay. All right. So let's talk about embracing. So spirit has, next to embracing, we have the card gratitude. And, spirit is saying this is the energy you have to be in. We talked about embracing life, our story, our journey, whether it was good or bad, just understanding all of it. All of it is necessary. No matter what we thought about it in that moment, we now realize that every experience is necessary for us to be who we are. If one moment, one day were to be any different, we wouldn't be us, you know? So we need everything that has happened to be uniquely us. And so it is in the energy of gratitude that we should be able to literally say that to ourselves. And so that's the energy that you need to embrace. And at the bottom of the deck, we had, for the first oracles, we had thriving. And so I feel like the possibilities for you are endless. And so what Spirit is saying is that, yes, this is a new beginning, and get comfortable with new starts. These are your story. This is what you need to do. But you also need to be thankful for all that has come and all that will come. Right? And when you accept all that comes, more is it'll continue. It's almost like you're just attracting it to yourself. So now let's get to the bottom. This is where we got the forgiveness. All right. So we talked about, I feel like we need to be grateful for the struggles in life because they strengthen us. So whatever you have overcome, whatever you are making peace with in your life, this was a conflict. Next to forgiveness, we have conflict. And so conflicts are necessary. They are necessary. It's an experience, and they strengthen us. They strengthen us and they reveal things about us that we need to know in order to be the best version of who we are. So we also have communication. This is about the throat chakra. This is about speaking. This is about really speaking your truth and revealing yourself through your voice with confidence and consistency, but in a way that's tactful and delicate and not harmful to you or to others. And so through conflict, I think we learn our own voice, I think we learn our truth. I think we learn how to establish boundaries. Now, this forgiveness means, that this was the lesson. Forgiveness was the lesson. So why did you have to go through this conflict? Because the lesson was forgiveness. And what does this forgiveness entail? It entails speaking some type of truth. So how do we play with this forgiveness? It's through communication. So what does that look like for you? What does that look like in this story? Right? But all of this is connected to the new beginning. And you can't get to the new beginning unless you can make peace with the conflict and forgiveness. You have to embrace all aspects of life and your story. Like all of it is necessary. All right, 22s. So it looks like we've got some relationship type work going on. We've got some personal work when we're talking about life purpose and really understanding our path and what we are supposed to be doing, what that looks like. And then we just have an energetic vibration that Spirit is saying that you must remain in order to really make this thing, be what it's meant to be. All right. And then we've got some extras. I'm going to put these here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Look at that, new beginning. Fool. This is it. This is it. How beautiful is that, 22? Okay, now the 3 cards, I will talk about them. These are the 3 cards that came out. So I'm talking about them, and then I'll put them down. And we'll see how they relate to the story as it unfolds. So the first card we have is this card of self-sufficiency, this 9 of Pentacles. And this is a card of someone, I feel like you can't get to this energy unless you give just as much as you have. And so through numerology, we know that 9 is a number of selflessness. And so these are givers. And in order to give, you have to have something. And so it's just this constant energy. And this is what I think about when I think about gratitude. And so this is somebody who is abundant because they see abundance as sharing. They don't see it as collecting and hoarding. They see abundance as in the ability to give. That is where they see abundance. And so they have an excess because they know what to do with it. Spirit has entrusted them with a lot because they know what to do with the resources that they are given. And so they're self-sufficient, sophisticated, beautiful. This is the energy of the 9 of Pentacles. Now, after that, we have 5. 5 is about freedom and change. And so there is a change that is coming about through some type of struggle, battle, obstacle, right? And so this is needing to put some type of effort and energy into a situation involving others to get to the outcome that you want to see. Right? This is having a vision and willing to get to it no matter what, even if it means you kind of have to fight a little. In the end, we have the 5 of Pentacles. And this is the energy of feeling lack. Feeling like, basic needs aren't met, going without, which is a total contrast to the 9 of Pentacles. And so what separates self-sufficiency and lack is the 5 of Wands. And that's the struggle, the obstacles, that's the change, that's the resistance, that's the challenge. It could be the outsiders. But nonetheless, a new beginning is here. And you may feel like it was a struggle. We talked about conflict. Okay. All right. So here we go. So forgiveness, conflict, these battles, all of this was necessary. This was a part of your story. This was about these were necessary. Yes. Okay. All right, 22s. I'm sorry. So, yes. Forgiveness. Spirit is asking you to embrace the spirit of forgiveness. Why? Because this challenge, this battle, this conflict, this was a part of you stepping into this self-sufficient, abundant type energy. This is what the new beginning is, right? But through this conflict, we had to feel lack. But sometimes that is what propels us to step into our truth, right? We have communication. That is us being able to clearly state our needs, our wants, our desires, to make ourselves known. And so it seems like it was a struggle at some point to do that. And sometimes, you know what, you have to kind of be roughed up. You have to be starved into, not you personally, but I'm just saying, sometimes we have to be starved of things in order to know what we really need. We kind of have to go without it to be like, what's missing here? This doesn't feel right. And so I feel like this is what those conflict, those battles, those struggles with others were about. It was about pushing you to the brink of being in a place of drought for far too long, and you being to the point like, all right, this is it, I'm done. This is what life should feel like. This is what I desire, and this is what I want. But this situation is bringing me too much of a struggle, and it's leaving me depleted. This is what I want to see. The Nine of Pentacles energy is me. That's what I possess, and that's what my life should reflect. And so that's what I'm going after. But maybe I forgive you, or maybe you need to forgive me, because we understand that this story was necessary. These struggles, these battles, this conflict was necessary in order to level up. So that was that. If those three cards fit, use them. All right, so in the center we have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Wands. So this is a new energy. This is discovery, right? And so the Page of Pentacles is about discovering or really seeing an opportunity as something that has potential, and you wanting to go after it. This is you wanting to pursue it. This is you being excited about the outcome that something can have. And then the Wands is about just really investigating. It's like your passion has been sparked. You're curious, you're ambitious, and you want to create something. And so I feel like the Page of Pentacles talks about you embracing this new opportunity. The Page of Wands is saying, you know, realize that realize the possibilities. So when you take your wand, when you take this energy and you evolve it and develop it, realize that it is the force to all that is to come, right? And so you are going to be thriving. And so realize that the power of what you're about to step into is you possess it. So cherish it, protect it, trust it, explore it, and realize that it can amount to something. Now, in gratitude, we have this 10 of Cups, which talks about unconditional love. And I feel like this is saying, whether we're in relationships that have felt conditional or unconditional, whether they felt restrictive and abusive, or they've lessened us, or maybe they were relationships that grew us and that really filled our tank and allowed us to evolve. Nonetheless, we have to be grateful for all connections with others in this life, right? Because it's all love. This all of this is for love. All of these experiences are really practices of love and attempting to get it right again and again and again. But you have to stay in the energy of discovery with the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. You always have to be wondering about what could happen next. You never have to feel like you've arrived. You always have to be willing to be the student, right? In order to continue to build and to expand in the way that you need to as a 22. So beneath the Page of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups, and this is about having choices and options, or just really feeling like our heart has many different desires. Which way are we going to go? What are we going to choose? Are these real options? Are they viable? Can they really amount to anything? And you got to this place of choosing. Why do you need to make a choice? Well, you need to make a choice because this is the conflict, right? This is being put in an uncomfortable situation and being forced to choose otherwise. So this conflict, oddly enough, is a Six of Wands. And so maybe there was a battle that you won between another. Maybe this conflict did feel like a victory, but I feel like it is what you do with this victory that determines what comes next. And so whatever you choose, I feel like your heart has to be set in the right place, and that's where forgiveness is. So we have the Tower. This is about a foundation that was set and built, but it had no integrity, right? It wasn't sturdy. It wasn't stable. One gust of wind and it can collapse, right? One anything and it would have fallen because we didn't build it with thought and with care and with truth and honesty. And so things that aren't built with integrity must fall because they can't withstand the test of time. They're untrue. And so communication in the tower, I feel like sometimes being honest and sharing our truth and saying what we feel can bring a tower moment. I think that can break the ice to a situation that needs to be broken, right? Excuse me. And so I feel like spirit is saying the way to overcome conflict is to choose forgiveness. You know, towers pave the way for us to connect with our truth about connections that we're in, right? And so when we choose to forgive others, it's really about us taking the piece of us back from them that they hurt in some kind of way, right? And so every time somebody harms you or does something traumatizing to you, they take a little piece of you as long as you allow them to keep it. And you let them keep it when you decide to hold on to that memory and that energy. When you decide to be angry and resentful, you're allowing them to hold a piece of you. But as soon as you decide, you know what? I forgive you for that experience. I'm gracious for it because it was a part of my story. It didn't feel good, but it was necessary. And so I'm going to collect this back from you because I need to use my energy elsewhere. Thanks. You're forgiven. Just like that. All right. So now let's talk about where we're going. We're in the energy of the Fool. So this conflict is something that we need to make peace with, and because it was our fuel for the newness that is to come. And so spirit is asking you to jump into the energy of the Fool, to surrender, to forget all that you know and realize that you'll never know everything. And anything that you do know, you know nothing at all. So prepare for this new beginning. Release what is no longer needed, but take the lesson and allow it to mold you. Your life purpose is unfolding. Now, this page of pentacle, this page of pentacle is looking at this opportunity, really thinking about how many different ways it can unfold and be fruitful. Above that, we have the three of pentacles, which is really tapping into our creative side, expressing ourselves, right? Maybe we're working with others, maybe others are going to be seeing our work, but nonetheless, we're putting ourselves out there and we're doing something that is speaking to us. We're vulnerable because we're living and practicing our truth. Now, when you take this leap of faith in the Fool, you have to already envision what you see. This Three of Wands is waiting on what they saw to come to fruition. And based on this Three of Pentacles, based on the work that you are going to put forth, based on how you are going to communicate now, based on how you are going to work with others now, you can expect what to come in for you. What will this new beginning look like? What does it look like when you're working with others? When you're pursuing your dream, your craft, your mission, when you're building, what does that look like with others, right? And the beautiful thing about this new beginning is we have the Two of Cups. I feel like you are going to be pursuing a work, something, a craft, your life purpose. You're going to be pursuing it and you are going to meet your soulmate. Fine, I think that's it. But guess what? Maybe if this isn't about love, maybe this Two of Cups represents, first of all, you are going to realize that there are relationships that are going to be your forever. They are a part of your new beginning. They are a part of this building, this collaboration, this whatever it is that you are establishing in life. There are going to be people that are coming that are a part of your story. But because this Two of Cups is also above the Ten of Cups, this feeling, this I feel like love is available if that is what you desire. But nonetheless, there are people that speak your language, that vibrate as you do, that are going to show up when you need them, right? And you have had training in the past through failed connections that have taught you something, and that was necessary for how you work and collaborate with others in the future. Okay? So that tower is bringing you to relationships like the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, that tower, that breakdown of what was not stable was necessary, because now all things that are built with the foundation of the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, balance, right? Relationships that are forgiving, relationships that allow grace and change. All right, 22s, I hope something in here was helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.